Someone knows that I've had a rough day or a long day. Um, I don't know what time it is. It's probably like 10 o'clock. And yeah. Anyway, it's we're at a crazy point in my video class because my students are reaching a deadline. Actually, last Friday was the soft deadline. It was the deadline I had hoped they turned all their stories in, and I told them the hard deadline is Tuesday, but you better have a really good reason for not having it in on Friday. We're putting together a show. I almost want to say a fall sports preview show, but it's not. It's just like activities going on at school in the fall. Most of them chose sports to do. For example, you know, girls volleyball, they're supposed to interview a coach and two or three players. Marching band, they're supposed to interview the director and then two or three students. Football, the head coach, two or three players. We've got, let's see, I don't know why they did soccer because it's not a fall sport, but they did that. There's swimming. There's someone doing a story on homecoming and all the activities like that go on with that. For example, homecoming week, spirit week, powder puff, the homecoming game, the homecoming dance, and then the individual spirit days. That's all kind of one package. There were others. Oh man, I can't even think of what others. Oh, someone's doing a story on our video production class. So anyway, there are about 11 stories altogether the kids have been working on for the last, I believe, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. And one group out of 24 students, 11 stories, anyway, don't worry about the math, but one group out of 11 stories, out of 11 groups, turned their story in on time. And then 3 more turned it in yesterday. And then the drop dead deadline was today. And anyway, it's just really chaotic because we're also, it's so kids are finally, deadline, they're frantic, they're getting all their stuff done. And on top of that, today during lunch, we took our TriCaster and mixer and all that to the press box up in the football stadium or stands to make sure the audio was going to work this time. Last time we streamed a football game, we didn't get any audio, so we took a sound expert. He's the sound expert. He's a student. I want to say intern, whatever, but he's an expert in sound with the auditorium. And he went with us to try and get the sound figured out. And we couldn't get it figured out, and we wasted a lot of time. We carried everything over there: the TriCaster, the monitor, the keyboard, the mixing board, the video mixing board, a camera, and the audio mixer. Couldn't get it figured out. Anyway, it was just a very, very chaotic day. Kids are wanting to come in during lunch. They're coming in during conference time. They're coming in after school, all to work on their projects. And it was just crazy, crazy day. And somewhere in there, I get a text from my wife about 10:30 or 11 or something like that, that my son, that Zach's tire blew out on the freeway, and he needs a car, or he needs help, he needs a ride, he needs something. And I had taken the car today because I was going to go get cable. So that was a lunchtime trip home to pick up, to trade cars, pick up my motorcycle. So my time has been cut short everywhere today. Sometime around 12:30 or 1, I get a text from my wife saying my son was in an accident, the other son, with his motorcycle on the freeway. And there was more to the text, but you get to that part, and nothing else matters. And I kept reading. The next couple lines was, he's okay. He's a little shaken up, but he's okay. He didn't fall off his bike, anything like that. So I take a deep breath, and things are in perspective now. Screw the deadline. Screw the story. But they're in perspective now. And anyway, I get home. Let's see. Well, what happened? Oh, I rush home. Well, because I need to go help Zach change his tire. So I go change his tire. We go to Discount Tire. We get a new tire put on, um, and I think I'm getting home around 6:30, 6:30, 6:45. Shave, whatever. By about 7:10, 7:15, Maylin and I are out the door to go to the temple because we've set a goal to go every week. And it seems like a lot of times something tries to um, get in the way of that. And we weren't about to, especially when, our son was protected on the highway. Um, and anyway, so we do that. Um, and it all boils down to these are moments, me as a dad, that I look forward to when I can help my kids. Um, I can go help him change a tire. I can help him help, put his motorcycle back together. Um, food is a second thought now. It's who cares about eating? Um, it was a day for perspective. Although my video production schedule tends to overwhelm me, there's nothing more important than my family. And I would literally drop anything to go help them. And I hope they know that. Anyway, finally got home probably for good around 9:30. That's when I ate dinner. Anyway, good night.